Welcome! Today we're going to talk about this absolutely beautiful 2023 BMW i4. This is the range-topping M50, the high-performance version of the i4 series. This is a very well-received all-electric version of a BMW sedan. It's very similar in style, size to the BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe. It features a beautiful, stylish, curvaceous body, the practicality of 4 doors, and a rear liftback, even though it kind of has a sedan profile. This features an amazing all-electric powertrain. The lower versions of the i4 are rear-wheel drive and less horsepower, less performance. The range-topping M50 features a all-wheel drive powertrain, pumping out a combined output of 536 horsepower, 0 to 60 a little over 3 seconds. In fact, it's actually quicker 0 to 60 than the M3 competition. And Car and Driver, which I did some brushing up on my product knowledge, it actually says it rides better than the M3 competition. So if you want an all-electric vehicle, but you don't want to give up BMW high performance, the M50 version of the i4 is definitely one to check out. We'll take it for a little spin around the block. I only have about 17 miles of range. we'll see how it performs with only 17 miles of range. Hopefully that won't reduce the performance that much, and we'll get it on the charger. So maybe if you come and purchase it, and if down the road, it will have a full charge. I have the original build sheet on this one. It wasn't cheap by any means. The original MSRP was close to $80,000, but luckily on the pre-owned market, I don't get too much in the pricing because we change our prices on a weekly basis, and maybe you're watching this video 4 years in the future, so the pre-owned pricing might seem out of whack due to depreciation. But right now, in April of 2024, this is priced about $20,000 off of what a brand new one cost. So the base MSRP is $67,300, but it got up to $78,000 with all the optional equipment. And of course, we can provide you a copy. This is available for free on our website. This lovely shade of Frenzo Portiamo Blue Metallic was a $3,600 premium color. It looks absolutely stunning. It actually looks like it has a custom wrap on the outside. A really cool paint. You got lots of compliments on it. Then we have the driving assistance package. That was $1,700. We have the Shadow Line package, $400, parking assistance package, $700, premium package, $1,700. Then this has the M Sport package Pro, which gives you M Sport brakes with red calipers, M Shadow Line trim, and extended Shadow Line trim. Then we have the Icon adaptive LED laser lights, $1,000. Harman Kardon surround sound system, $875. Connected Pro package, driver quarter, $100. Wireless device charging, $200, personal eSIM 5G, $300, and then with a delivery, oh, look at that, complimentary public charging. I wonder how that works. And with freight, that comes up to $78,870. Car and Driver really love this vehicle. They actually put it out on their annual 10 best list, and they have a CD rating 1 out of 10. You rarely see a 10 out of 10 for the Car and Driver CD rating. They gave this one a 10 out of 10. It's absolutely stunning. Makes a cool noise when you start it up. It notices that my range is kind of low, so it's asking me if I want to go to a charger. Not right now. We'll just charge it at the dealership.
Let me know at any time if you still would like to drop.
All right, really cool display. Beautiful leather up steering wheel. It's heated. I love the M colors, the contrast stitching into the steering wheel. Beautifully done interior. Obviously, when we talk about EVs, the king of the hill right now is Tesla. I own a Tesla myself. I'm a huge Tesla fan, but I'm also a fan of all sorts of cars. I've been in the car business for well over 20 years. I love all sorts of vehicles. So even though I choose my Tesla as a daily commuter, I have a lot of fun trying out different vehicles, and they all have unique personalities. And there are probably some positives and negatives, comparing this to a Tesla product. But really, there isn't a Tesla product exactly like this. You have the bigger Model S, and then you have the smaller Model 3. So this is kind of like right smack in the middle. And where Teslas have like a minimalist interior, it's kind of, as minimal as possible, no buttons. This has a little bit more going on. So, if you're not crazy about Elon, or you're not crazy about, changing over to a Tesla, having everything on the screen, which I can understand, that you want, an electric car, but you want it to be kind of like the BMW that you've known so well, the gas-powered ones. Well, this one pretty much operates everything, that functions very similar to a gas-powered BMW, except it has an electric powertrain. And, maintenance costs, BMW gas engines, especially in an M3 or M4, can require, some additional maintenance, expensive oil changes, 30, 60, 90K services. But with an electric powertrain, there's no oil change, there's no, coolant flushes, things like that. You have far less moving parts. And with regenerative braking, you'll get a lot longer life out of your brakes. And believe me, brakes on an M3 or M4 can be really expensive. You could spend, $2,000 for just new pads and rotors on the front or on the rear on a vehicle like that. EVs generally get 150 plus thousand miles out of their brakes. So the nice thing is it's not only faster than an M3 competition, I can almost assure you the ownership costs will be a lot less as well. Beautiful perforated leather interior, nice big sunroof. The switch gear and all the buttons and knobs are very similar to a regular BMW 3 or 4 series. You have this really huge display screen, big navigation screen, awesome cameras. You also have this really cool 3D like composite view. It's almost like there's a drone flying outside the vehicle or something to create this imagery. It's really cool. All right, we'll do a little walk around, and then more importantly, we'll get behind the wheel and take it for a spin around the block and see how this thing accelerates with, 536 horsepower. Really beautiful color. Like I said, it almost looks like a custom wrap. It was about $3,600 extra for this premium color. It absolutely makes this thing pop. You'll get tons of looks and compliments. Beautiful wheel and tire package. The M50, since this is a performance version of the i4, has a larger brakes with these red calipers. And this one has the upgraded BMW laser lights. Those look super cool. And again, the front end styling is very similar to, like the 4 Series Grand Coupe. I think the platform is based off of that. Here you can access different, the battery, service a coolant system and other things like that. Unfortunately, they don't give you a frunk like they do in the Tesla, but that's a small negative. There's a lot of positives on this one. Looks like the previous owner tinted the windows. And with 4 doors, it makes it a great everyday vehicle for the family. We have USB-C connectivity back there, rear climate control, nice custom floor mats. Rear end styling really nice. I like the contrasting colors, underbody diffusers, and even though this has like a sedan profile, really nice. It has the practicality of a liftback, which I think is so much better, because with a liftback, you can fold down those rear seats for a ton of cargo space. You have this nice little cargo area cover. It's removable. There's a battery charger in there. Subwoofer for the Harman Kardon sound system. Looks like there's the original Maroni label right there. All right, let's get behind the wheel and take this i4 out for a little spin around the block. All right, here we go. We're taking this 2023 BMW i4 out for a spin. I used to use a head mount for my GoPro, but one of our commenters on our YouTube videos, he actually suggested a chest mount. So I'm trying this out right now. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better for you guys. The view is a little bit better. We'll see when we get it to editing this and posting it. So immediately the first thing you'll notice when getting behind the wheel of an EV is how quiet and smooth it is. It's just absolutely butter smooth. There's no vibration of an engine. You don't feel the shifting of a transmission. It almost feels archaic going back to a gas car, feeling all those sensations. And it looks like we have some, isn't it automatic or regenerative braking? I'm going to put this thing in sport mode. All right, sport boost. We'll see how this performs in sport mode, since we're going to test out the acceleration. We have a nice heads-up display as well. Makes some cool noises too. Cool since today. All right, we have a green light, so I'm just going to floor it. I'm not going to go crazy. We're on public roads, but I'll see how this thing accelerates up to 60 miles an hour, which should be about 3 seconds. Here we go. Woo! Pretty quick. I feel like it probably should have a little bit more power, but since we're only at 15 miles of range, I think it's probably limiting the amount of power, so this thing doesn't go dead. So yeah, probably a little bit better to maybe revisit this again when we have a little bit more charge on it. But also the nice thing too about an electric vehicle, especially an electric performance vehicle like this versus a gas one, is like the roll and acceleration. I'll slow down a little bit since there's no one behind me. But usually, when you want to mash the gas right now in a gas car, there's like a split second or maybe even longer of hesitation while the transmission hunts for the right gear, the engine revs to the right power band. But in an EV, you just hit it, And you have instantaneous throttle response. We'll put this in Eco Pro. See the display change a little bit. It has a really nice quality feel. I love the feeling and the design of the BMW interiors. I love the way the steering wheel feels. It's leather wrapped. You have the nice leather and stitching in the center part here on the horn button. Just a wonderful place to be. Handles very nice. Not a lot of body roll. Thanks to the weight of the battery being like an anchor and a keel, or a keel on a boat, it just gives this thing a really low center of gravity, making it very hard to roll over, and it just keeps it planted on the ground when going around the corners. You know, BMW is known for making some of the ultimate driving machines, and this one definitely definitely is worthy of that claim to fame. Well, if you're looking for a performance EV, a luxury EV, the i4 is definitely a great one to check out. If you're not, you know, Teslas obviously are, you know, on a lot of people's lists when looking for EVs, but maybe you want something a little bit different. You know, the one thing I can tell you about being a Model 3 owner, as much as I love my Model 3, you know, a couple of years ago, you know, Teslas were kind of like, they were like luxury goods. Not a lot of people had them. They were a lot more expensive. The new prices were a lot higher on Teslas, and since the prices have dropped so much and there's so many on the road right now, the used prices have dropped considerably, and they're just all over the place. I mean, the Model Y is now the best-selling vehicle in the world, one of the best-selling vehicles in the United States, so you don't feel as special and unique when you're in a Tesla Model 3 or Y. You know, the S's and X's are a little bit more, you know, few and far between. But, you know, if you want to have an EV and you want to feel a little bit more special, you don't want to go to the parking lot at the mall and you know, there's a billion of the other same cars that look exactly like yours. You know, something like this is definitely going to, you know, check that box off. I'd love to take this for an extended road trip and, you know, see how it performs of a full charge on it, see if it accelerates a little bit quicker. Maybe we'll do that, but right now I got to take it back, put it on the charger. Thanks so much for taking the time to join me on this little walk around and test drive. Have a wonderful day, and hope to see you soon.